Hey everybody, welcome to Live with Lyssa. I am excited to be here today to share one of my favorite stamp sets. I finally treated myself to it. Didn't need it. Didn't really have a reason to get it, except it's just stinking cute. Have you ever had a set like that you kept passing by it because you needed to order cardstock and whatever, or you needed a sympathy set, or you needed guy cards, but it just kept calling your name and you couldn't stop looking at it, and that was bird's eye view for me. So I finally just got it, and I'm already having so much fun. I'm like, why did I wait so long? I really like this stamp set. So Bird's Eye View is in the current catalog. So it's the book that looks like this on the front cover. And this catalog is in retirement, but Bird's Eye View will be carried over into next year's collection as well. So that's cool. So it's on page 48 if you're looking for it in the catalog. And it's just so cute. It's got a good variety of birds facing both directions, which is nice. 2 different pairs of glasses, which I'll show you those, and then a bunch of accessories. So that's pretty fun. So take a look on page 48 of the current catalog, or go to lyssa.stampinup.net, and you'll be able to see our entire product line. Feel free to leave me a message if you'd like a catalog, or if you need the new catalog, which is coming out mid-April. The catalogs are on their way to me, and then I can ship them out to you. So here's some things that I've made in my first session playing with Bird's Eye View. There will be many more sessions because I just love this stamp set. So I'm a huge bookworm, so I had to have the books, right? And I'll be using those on other cards too. So even without the birds, they're a really good stamp. So you can do birds in both directions. You can do, nature cards. You can do bookworm cards. You can do, look at this one, graduation cards. Isn't that cute? So this little graduation cap, you can either make your own out of paper and punches, which is easy enough to do, but I had this beautiful cap and gown set, and I have been using this cute tiny little cap on all sorts of different cartoon animals for graduation. So it fits on a lot of them. And the little diploma is just the right size too. Actually, I should add a diploma to this. That would be really cute. So that is a fun add-on if you want to turn your animal stamp sets into graduation sets. Between the little glasses and the little tiny graduation hat, this is super cute. So he has to have lots of books because this person graduated with their master's, so they have to have lots of work around them, right? And you could even write the subjects on the book spines if you wanted, and you had good handwriting. You could type little labels maybe if you were clever on the computer and could get just the right size. So I love that one. And then I also came up with a baby version, which I really like, which uses the smallest bird in the set. And he's just popped on the branch there between his parents. So you can do this fun lovebird thing because you've got birds that can face in both directions. So babies are a blessing. All right, so I have been having a ball with this stamp set, and I can't wait to keep playing and coming up with different ideas. So I'm just going to stick with the same color scheme that I had because I have all the Stampin Blends markers out here already. So the color scheme is copper clay. What's this one? Pecan pie, wild wheat, a little bit of lemon lolly, old olive, boho blue, and then some light crumb cake just for blending. Okay, so let's start with this one, and I'll talk about the books a little bit, and then we'll move on and make that baby card together. So here we go. For this card, you're going to need a regular size card base, so 5.5 by 8.5, and score it in the middle at 4 1/4. And then you're going to need a step down size for your paper background and a matte background to match. And then, because I am using the Blends markers, which are alcohol-based markers, and I need to use them then with a water-based ink, and that's so that they don't mixed together and just run into a yucky looking mess, right? So if I was using water-based markers, I would be using an alcohol-based pad, like a StazOn pad, but I'm using alcohol-based markers, so I need a water pad. So quick little reminder there, whichever kind of markers you plan to use, you need the opposite kind of ink. So I've got, oh, I already did that. Let's see, I've stamped one on scratch paper and one on the actual card. And we're going to color those quickly. Let's see. I love this because you can do light colors for spring, you can do school colors, you can do rainbow, just about anything. Oh, I forgot the tip on that one is really screwed up. I'll tell you what I do when the tips are ruined. Like, look at this one. It's pretty bad, right? When the tip is no longer good, I actually take a piece of tape and tape that shut so that I know don't use that end. And then I'll just continue to use it from the other end with no problem until it's dry. So that's a little tip for you there. Ooh, dark colors today. Let's see, what else did I do here? So I'm not doing a whole lot of blending on this project, just because it doesn't really super need it. But just having the two tones and a streak-free blending ability is so much better than regular markers, in my opinion, because the water-based markers get so streaky. I don't want it to look like a child colored it, you know? So I love that these markers are streak-free. They're worth the extra money. Okay, so we got one there, and then let's see, it looks like I colored this one too. Some people really like coloring. I like it better now that I have Blends markers to make me look better, right? To do the shading for me and reduce the streaks I used to get all the time with regular markers. But it's still not my favorite thing to do. And this is a coloring set, so just be aware of that. If you decide to use it to mass produce cards, you would want to make sure that you actually like to color, because you will be coloring a lot. All right, we're almost done with our stack of books here. I don't have to color the top of that stack because we're actually going to cut out and put the second stack of books on top. There we go. Maybe a little more shading here. A little darker. Love that. Okay, so we're taking our extra stack, and it's not hard to cut out because it's straight on 3 sides and just a little curve on the 4th sides. It's actually straight on 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 2 sides have curves. It's a 5-sided object. Dimension is a crazy thing. But anyway, regardless, it's not hard to cut out, right? And it's so fun to have this extra stack of books here, and you can just continue to build them up if you want, make them wonky, offset them a little bit, cut them apart if you only want 2 books. The sky's the limit there. Looks like I forgot to add in some trim here. Oh, and very important, I'm going to add a little color to the book pages just for some shading. You could add some shadow over here too. Let's try that. There you go. Now the books have a place to sit rather than just floating in the air, right? So I'm going to glue that down. And I'm just gluing it flat so that it matches the same dimension that the stack of books has already. Big old stack of books. Okay, now we need our birdie. Let's go on to the bird. Let's see. I have my bird facing this way. So, but I could use any of these birds. Just get some of my ink. And they're clear stamps, so you can see how easy it is to position the bird on the stack of books. Ah, he's so cute. And that's super important because when you go to put his glasses on, you want to be able to see that you're getting them above his nose with his eyes centered. Oh, he's so adorable. I love this. This would make the cutest Harry Potter card too, with a little Hedwig owl and the Harry Potter glasses on him. Super fun. All right, so then let's do the bird. So we want his tummy to be the lightest color, so I'm actually using this lemon lolly. And then I'll come back in with my wild wheat. Don't worry too much about blending just yet. Get the light wild wheat on, and then we'll get the dark. It's darker here where his glasses have not lit up his little face. Darker under the shadow of his wing there, and on the tail, and then a little bit of dark where he has feathers. Oh, so cute. Super cute. And then I'm going to go back over with that yellow and blend those colors together. A little white spot right there. Oh, that's so cute, isn't it? Ah, fun. Now, bird's eye view is just images. It doesn't come with any sayings, so you'll want to reach for a different stamp set to get some sayings. And I really enjoy the Charming Sentiment stamp set. And that has some fun phrases like woohoo, which is perfect for birds, right? That's where I got the babies are a blessing sentiment as well. And then it also has this hey there and what's new stamp sets. So that's been kind of a fun, let's see, we'll put it above the birdie this time, just for different. And that's been a fun set of sentiments to use with the bird's eye view stamp set. So that's all there would be to that card. Super cute, right? Just embellishing in the base. Same thing with this one, a base, a matte, the little cat eye glasses, so cute. And that easy card is done. But let's make the birdies together, the birdie family, right? So we're going to need a card base, and mine is boho blue, 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored that in half to make a regular size medium card. And I have very vanilla cardstock cut to, let me get the measurement here. I had a whole bunch of pieces left over, so 4.5 by 3. 4.5 by 3 this measures. And then a early espresso brown piece that is 5.5 long by 2.5 tall. And that's just for decoration. Now you could use smaller scraps if you wanted to just tuck the scraps in instead of having one piece continue all the way across the back. Up to you. And then of course you'll want some paper for the inside too. Okay, so 4.5 by 3 though for our focal point, and we'll start that. Memento ink, and we're going to start with the branch because the branch is how we're going to build our whole scene. So we're going to stamp our branch. Oh, and I already screwed up because I had the branch stamped over a little more towards the middle. So let me do that. Not really a screw up, but a placement issue that might affect our little bird family. So we want to take care of it. Okay, we've got a branch. Now I'm going to do the birds first and then the leaves. So there's plenty of room for the birdies. The only trick to the birds is try to make the first bird come over to the middle point of your piece of cardstock so that their heads can be close together. So again, it's easy to get him sitting on the branch because he's a clear stamp. And it will be easy to get the other bird lined up so their cheeks are touching. And their feet are also on the branch. Ah, so cute. And then on scratch paper, got a little piece of scratch paper here. You'll want to stamp the baby bird. Beep, 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 beep. 'Tis baby bird season, isn't it? And then you can go on and stamp the leaves around. Now that you know where your focal point is going to be, add leaves. Cute. My birdies are up in the tree, so there's leaves all around them. Down here. Tell me if I'm getting off camera here, and I'll straighten out. Alright, so we're filling in the whole thing. There are just leaves all over the place. They are up in the sky. Cute. So cute. It's cute already. Hang on one second while I grab a baby wipe. Make sure I get that off my glass mat here. Okay. Alright, that's dry pretty much instantly. So, we're going to do some coloring. Should have picked a more energetic technique today because I'm sleepy today. Oh, a nap is definitely in my future. I can barely keep my eyelids open. But I didn't want to miss stamping with you today. I know some of you watch on your lunch break too, and that's always fun. Wouldn't want to leave you without inspiration, right? Okay, so we got the baby bird. I'm going to try and color both birds at the same time. You can do that if you work fast with blends, because you don't want them to dry out. Because then the alcohol is totally dry and you won't be able to have that blending magic. But if you work pretty fast, it's still good. Still good. I just realized these birdies don't have glasses on. So they're not nearly as cute. But they are fun together. Our little bird family. You could send this to empty nesters too without the little baby bird on it. Wouldn't that be funny? An empty nest card. Make sure you know though if they're happy about being empty nesters or not. Because for some people it's totally devastating and traumatic. So you wouldn't want to necessarily celebrate that. That last wild wheat color just really adds the texture and dimension and interest to these birds. Super cute. All right, what have we got here? Copper clay. I think I'll do pecan pie for the branch. And then, oh, that's dark. I don't know, it's not so dark. Is that this one? Yeah, that's better. You can see it doesn't really take very long at all. Especially if you're using the fine point on the marker. You can stay in the edges pretty nicely that way. I'm always so impatient. I tend to use the large end of the marker, but that one's taped shut because the nib got wrecked. You can keep your nibs, the marker nibs, nice by using a really light touch with them. It's not like a paintbrush where it actually bends with the motion of the arm. The can need to be used very gently to color with. Oh, I shouldn't be coloring all these without adding the darker color in for accent. And again, you wouldn't have to do this, but it is fun that it just kind of automatically blends itself. Some people start just by adding the darker color for the highlights and then filling in with the lighter color, but I always do the lighter color first to kind of lay down a base of that alcohol marker, and then add my dark in, and that will automatically spread and blend better. Not going to be real obvious on this one which color I do first, but on some it makes a huge difference which tone you start with first, if you start with the lighter or the darker. There, isn't it fun to just sit and watch me color? Now, I did get out of the lines here between the birds, but I know that's going to be covered by my little birdie, so I won't bother. Sorry, little birdie, we're going to chop your legs off. Cheep, 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 cheep. It's okay, though. We'll put you back with your parents here in just a moment. Oh, so cute. And then I'm going to use some mini dimensionals to pop him up so he's clearly sitting in front of his parents, between his parents on the branch. Isn't that stinking adorable? I just love it. Just love it. All right, and then I've got a little bit of accent stamping on the background strip here. So I'm just going to stamp some leaves, just so it's not flat paper. And remember, we only have to stamp the ends of this because it's not going to show. Okay, that's probably the only part that will show. Where's my baby wipe? There we go. We've got our card base. Get some glue down there. See, I'm tired. I can't even put my glue in a straight line. Luckily, I got it right where it'll be covered anyway. All right. And I have a crooked cut here, so I'm going to have to trim off that little excess piece. It's the little things, right? Make it look much more professional. There we go. And then the bird goes on top of that, also with dimensionals. Using all the edge pieces for this one. Almost time to break out a new sheet. All right. Aw, they're so cute. And then, like I said, you could turn that into an empty nest card. You could turn that into a baby card or just an everyday card. It's super cute. And you'd want to put your 4 by 5 1/4 paper on the inside to finish that off. And don't forget to stamp a birdie on the envelope or some leaves. Little branch and leaf on the envelope would be super cute. A little row of leaves across the bottom would be cute. Lots of possibilities. Whoops, I slid it around. There we go. Ah, fun. I'm having so much fun, you guys. You should totally join me. If you go to lyssa.stampinup.net, you can look at the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. We are coming into a new catalog that starts on May 1st. It's the perfect time to join Stampin' Up! And I would love to have you along for the ride. So if you're looking for that information, that's at lyssa.stampinup.net. And then make sure that you're signing up with Lyssa Zwolonic from Watertown, Wisconsin. I would love to have you on my team. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this project using Bird's Eye View today. Bird's Eye View and Charming Sentiments is what I use. So enjoy, and if you have any questions, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Have a great rest of your day.